What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Dihada Binder of Wills bundle. I'm going to be covering the lady that made Dakin. This was completely unexpected. We got a patch forced update, and as a bottom line, that this walker was now available for $39.99 American USD dollars. So in today's quest, I'm going to be going through what you get with the Dihada bundle. I was spotlighted the Planeswalker by Oktagon, so I can actually go ahead and go through some gameplay. I've been playing with it for the last 24 hours or so. Not straight. Took a break in there. And we'll be going over all of that. Plus, I'll be answering what this means to the new release of Dominaria United, and a couple other insights I have about it. But before we go into anything else, first off, a big gratitude and thank you to Oktagon. As always, guys, you guys are killing it. Great job. I love seeing three-color walkers. I've been asking, side note, I've been asking for a black-white X-color, tricolor walker for the longest time. I wanted Esper, I wanted blue, and they gave me Dakin. It took years, and then immediately right after that, without any kind of fanfare or announcement, we now have Dihada, which is black, white, and red. So, awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, and let's get into what you get. So, for $39.99 American USD dollars, you are going to get 80 gold, 35,000 runes, so you can level her up a bit. 120 crystals, you get her, the walker herself, and then you get the 3 Dom historic packs, over 200 cards, and I want to just see the percentages. So you have a standard pack rate, a 1.4% chance at pulling a, well, I guess that was all here. Actually, no, these show different. Okay, so which is it? We just looked over there on the actual packs, and the percentage was different, Oktagon, and then as we look at this pack, in the actual game itself, it's a different percentage. So 1.4 on the actual in the vaults, and then advertised as 4.25% chance at a masterpiece. So y'all need to get your stuff in order and make sure that those numbers are in alignment, because the math, it doesn't check out. So that's what's included. I find it also very fascinating. There is no total life points in the patch notes. 98 life total points there. Does not have that here. Boomer alert. I cannot read the text on this. Oktagon, you got to give us something where we can mouse over or do something on it so it blows that text up. That's like a paragraph and a half. That's like biblical text. Microscopic. It's very, very tiny, very tough for these boomer eyes to read. All right, Dihada Binder of Wills. She is white, black, and red. She has 98 life points. You don't see her. Her first abilities, Legends Never Die. She has 9 loyalty. Target creature you control gains vigilance and lifelink. Period. Very important. Sticks with the creature indefinitely. Doesn't matter what they are or who they aren't. They get lifelink and vigilance. Very important. Especially if you're talking about like running Rem Carlos Stalwart. If that creature is legendary, which he is, then that creature also gains prevent damage, which he already has, until the beginning of your next turn. Okay, I would actually say this probably should be in the range of 6 to 7 cost loyalty, because frankly it's one of the most used abilities on her. I'll get into that when we talk about gameplay here in a bit. Her second ability, 14 loyalty, Will Judgment. Who is this Will? Mr. Judgment, and why are we talking to him like this? Why are we putting him on blast in the second abilities? Create a Will Judgment token. That card's level becomes 4. So what's interesting about her second and third is that you get full impact from these at level 16. The only difference is this one is a level 1 at 16. And the third ability, which we'll talk about here in a second, doesn't have the additional emblem. So irrelevant, though, based on what I'll be talking about here. So my point is, at very low levels, she's very powerful. She does all of her things basically at level 16. Pretty insane, frankly. Will Judgment, it's a white, black, red support card, treasure 4 token level. When the support enters the board, pick up to X cards of the first 4 cards from your library. For each of the picked cards, if that is a legendary creature, fetch that card. Otherwise, legendary creatures in your hand gain X mana. X is this card's level. Move all cards that were fetched this way to your graveyard. Create that many gold tokens. At the end of your turn, exile the support. So let me explain what this convoluted, crazy structure sentence is. There's several parts to it, so I'm going to break it down. Part number 1. When the support enters the board, pick up to X cards of the first 4 cards from your library. So they're going to give you an option of 4. You get to pick up to 4 based on the level of this card. So if you're level 16, you get to pick 1. If you're level 32 or 30, you get to pick 2. 50 something, I think it's 50, you get to pick 3, etc. And then when you're level 62, you get to pick up all 4. Does that make sense? So you're going to get to select from 4, but you only get to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on the level of this ability. Okay, part 1. Part 2, for each of the cards, for each of the picked cards, if that is a legendary creature, fetch that card. So if there's 4 cards selected and I choose all 4 of them, which you should, if it's a legendary creature, put it in your hand. Okay, so that's part 2, right? So out of the 4 you get to pick, legendary creature, put it in pocket. Got it? All right, part 3. Otherwise, legendary creatures in your hand gain X mana. X is this card's level. Okay, so now, this is where it gets a little tricky. I thought that meant since it's level 4, all my cards get 4 mana, and that's the end of it. That's not actually how it works. I don't know if it's bugged, or I don't know if it's the way it's supposed to work. So let's say there's four cards I pick. I get a legendary creature, I put it in hand. That means 3 cards go to the yard. That means I get 3 gold tokens that hit the board. And then each legendary creature in hand gets 4 mana per gold token that hits the board. So i.e., if there's 4 and I take 1, that means there's 3 tokens that hit the board, 3 cards go in the yard. Very good to put stuff in your yard if you need to, a la Faithbound Judge. And the second thing then is that I get the tokens on the board, and then my legendary creatures get up to 12 mana each. Pretty significant if you're running kind of a mid-range, Peasant Pauper build. This with legendary creatures. This helps you do that. So it's actually pretty functional if you build around this. And there are some significant legendary creatures at the Peasant level that actually work. And then the final thing, actually, I guess there's 5 things here. At the end of the turn, it goes away. So the order is, I drop 4 cards, I get to select up to from 4 cards, I can pick up to 4 cards, take a legendary creature, I have 2 legendary creatures, I get 2 tokens go into the graveyard, 2 cards go into the graveyard, I get 2 gold tokens, and then I get 8 mana. So per every gold token that's created, I get 4 mana. Does that make sense? 4x every gold token. All right. That's a lot for Will Judgment. Shut up, Will Wheaton. That said, then we go to the third ability, which is 22 loyalty, a lot cheaper than Dakin's. However, it feels like I never hit this thing if I'm organically just trying to get there by ramping up to it. It takes forever, especially if I'm using the first 2 abilities. So Unwilling Betrayal. All right, I cannot read this, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go straight boomer mode on this. So you're going to gain control. All right, so this is Unwilling Betrayal, 22 loyalty. You're going to gain control of up to the first 3 opposing creatures until end of turn. That's like the card, so let's read the rest of it. Now, we're going to enable those creatures. This is important. I'll talk about why here in a minute. Those creatures gain haste, okay? They gain trample, and they gain double strike. So now what you're going to do is create a copy of all opposing supports on the board under your control. Then, create an Unwilling Betrayal token. That card gains the Heroism emblem. Now, the way this works is, my friends, gain control of up to the first 3 opposing creatures until the end of turn. If they're disabled, you enable them. Very important to note. So if you're using Hixus and they're disabled because they attacked you and now they're just staying there stagnant, doesn't matter. You're going to get them. They're re-enabled, and then you can attack with them. Okay, so there's a couple parts to this. Unwilling Betrayal. First and foremost, at the end of your turn, exile all creatures and supports. So these are all on your side, so I'm assuming they go into your exile. We'll confirm when we play, but they should be in your exile. Legendary cards in your hand gain X mana. X is equal to the number of cards exiled this way. It's a 1-for-1, and that's unfortunate because that doesn't give you enough OP to come back and clap back on the next turn. So let me do some math for you. Let's say you had a creature, you took their 3 creatures, you have 4 creatures. You have 1 support, they have 3 supports. Now you get a copy of those 3 supports, so now you have 4 plus their original 3 is 7 plus the 4 creatures, so you have 11 total things that are going to get exiled at the end. So, Vanguards aren't included in this, don't include them. That said, that means you're at the end of the turn, you're exiling 11 different things, you're getting 11 mana in your hand. Functional, good, but that's not, for an ultimate that takes this long to set up and is really kind of complicated to do, it's not enough payoff in my opinion, but we'll demonstrate as we go through this. Now, if this support has the Heroism emblem, so that's the big thing about leveling up Dihada. At level 60, that's when you get the Heroism emblem. Any other level below that, you don't get it. So then, it said all cards in your hand gain X mana. That can be functional, that's kind of cool. However, the way I built it, it's irrelevant. It doesn't really make an impact in your cards in your hand, so at that stage in the game and with what cards we have in the meta right now, not as significant. But trust me, there's very little in the game that's sweeter than taking everything on the board and putting it, just scooching it all onto your side. Pretty darn exciting. All right. That said, let's get back to it. Okay, final thing about Dihada here is her mana bonuses. All right, 3 to her colors, -1 to her out of colors. This leaves you with a net of 7 positive mana when it's all said and done. Nowhere near good as Dakin's, which is 4, 8, 11 pluses with -2 and 2. But the minuses, you know how I feel about that. So in this case, I'm getting +9, but it feels a lot slower than that at times. So it's very important that you're using mana ramp for things to convert. That helps you get things down. I'll talk about here in the builds. So far, my early impressions are with her life total being at 98, which is below deal. I've had a lot of people comment like, dude, come on, how many times are you playing a game where that life total really matters? Well, 2 places, especially with her abilities that are slower to set up, you're taking a lot more face damage. A lot of the demonstration videos that I've done inside of my Discord, I wind up showing, everybody's like, dude, look at your life total. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's important. Those extra 10, 15, 20 life really matter. I would love to see her at least 110. It would make me feel a lot more comfortable about trying to pull off some of these combos. And in fact, will make me not want to reach for her for objectives that I'm going to be going for fast, because she may not get there against some of the speedier decks that are out there. Another place that's really going to matter, that 98 life total is going to matter when it's X or more life by the end of the event. There's a lot of times you're taking 10, 20 points of damage and you don't have a chance to get all the way back up to full health with some of the more modest builds that I'm going to be showing here. So with that said, it's really important that you're cognizant of, it's a big word, when you're using her based on those life gains. Her loyalty abilities, her first is really good. You use it a lot. You're going to spam it a lot. It's going to save your tail. Use it early, use it late. You're going to use it quite a bit. The Will Judgment one, you're going to use pretty infrequently. It depends on the build. There's one build I have, where, especially my Mythic, where it's irrelevant. And then the third one is just sweet icing on the cake. It's strong, but I'll demonstrate why it's lacking. Here we go. Let's get into some gameplay. Okay, so this is the Pauper build. Now, this is a screenshot of the Pauper build that I tested. I'm actually not going to be playing this deck. I'm going to be playing the Peasant version of this deck because they work almost exactly the same way. But I think the Peasant version's a little stronger and it does a little bit more stuff. It relies on the power of Rumor Gatherer. So we're going to be using her and a bunch of low-cost creatures and spells that trigger a bunch of stuff. Magma Pummeler is awesome. If you haven't played with it, you really should. Oh, and by the way, these are all rotation-proof cards. The decks I'm going to be spotlighting here today are not designed to be optimal in the metal today. They're designed to be optimal, or actually to survive rotation, and are only going to get stronger when you shift to DMU cards to help fill some of the gaps. But even as is, a lot of these cards work really, really well. Bro, Rumor Gatherer and Murder Investigation, those are your 2 best friends. They are just like peas and carrots, bananas and gravy. They are great. Magma Pummeler is fantastic. Snooping Newsy, Illicit Shipment is very good. Murder Investigation, Tormented Thoughts, Flame Channeler, Goldhound, Devilish Valet, yes, he still has play. And then Mayhem Patrol, very, very good. That's the Pauper build for it. You should give it a test. Now let me show you the Peasant build of that deck. As we said before, Rumor Gatherer. So what's this fuss about Rumor Gatherer? 9 mana, Alliance, 2/1 Elf Wizard White. Alliance, draw a card. Then if you control 3 or more creature cards, that card gains 6 mana. We're going to be using Illicit Shipment. It's an uncommon. Pick one of the first 4 cards from your library, fetch that card. It gains 6 mana, and it also has the casualty impact. So if something's 3 or stronger, I can kill it. You'll see why that's important. Murder Investigation. It's 5 mana. When a creature you control is destroyed, summon one 1/1 soldier token. Tormented Thoughts, 6 mana. Sacrifice 1 creature you control and destroy the last 2 cards in your opponent's hand. Devilish Valet, 9 mana. Alliance, Trample, and Haste. Very important. Alliance, double this creature's power until the end of turn. Then this creature's power is 40 or greater. Until end of turn, this creature's power becomes 40. Hey, Oktagon, this card's still bugged. You need to get it fixed because this is a great card that we can't use. It went from an OP, broken, stupid, out-of-this-world, ridiculously powerful card to still really good, but we can't use it because it's broken for the most part unless you play it like I'm going to show you how to play it. Here it is. Mayhem Patrol. When this creature attacks, target creature you control gets +1/+0. The reason this is in here is strictly for her Blitz. We're going to kill this creature where we can, get the Blitz impact. It's going to help us catch up. Rite of Flame. This is one of the rares, 3 mana. First card in your hand that is not named Rite of Flame gains 6 mana, then ignite 2 gems. Threshold, once we have 2 of these in the graveyard. Ignite 3 gems instead, and then the card gains 8 mana instead. So if we have some of those cards that are sticky, that are over 6 mana, this will help get them out on the board so we're not congesting, namely Alchemist Gambit, so we get double strike and take another swap. Smoldering Egg can get swapped out. It's not necessarily something that's good. I tested it out. It does a thing, but that's not really it. Torrent's Fist of the Angels. Hey now. 6 mana, training, creature, human cleric. When you cast a creature card, create a human token. The biggest one that I'd cut is probably Smoldering Egg. Let me show you how it plays. All right, so here we are against Guidian, running Pajani. Let's go. All right, so here we go. I love that picture of Dihada, by the way. It's so good. Let's see, we're going to mute this down. We actually want to draw into our stuff, so we're going to power that up just in case. And we want white, red, black. We're going to go here, and as much loyalty as we can muster in between. So we can get double drops with loyalty and color matches. We definitely want to do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and undo that because we definitely want to make sure we're doing damage to him as quickly as possible. I'm going to go here, see if I can get a red drop. Nope, it's all right. I get those things. Do we destroy any supports? Yeah, you know what? I'll actually give him another one to get another draw here, or another swap, I should say. And let's go get a Remy. Let's go here. It's 5 mana. Let's go get a Remy. Confirm. We want Rems. It's not enough to get him on the board right now, but at least it's something to get him started. So I like Rocco. Rocco's good. And he's also bolt bait. Let him bolt Rocco. Rocco's good for it. Give him all the violence. Bring the violence to rocks. All right. We're going to go ahead and get tainted as well. Let's see. Is that a clue? I don't need a clue. Watch it. Watch it. Smart Alec. You sure about that, guys? I think you need a clue. All right, anyways. Boomers. All right, you crotchety old nerdy boomers. You know who you are. All right, so let's, we want to ramp. We want a rampy ramp. I want to make some room. We don't need to invoke despair, so let's do that. We actually don't need this as well. Or do we? Do we want to try to muster up some extra swaps here? Yeah, I don't mind giving him an extra one. Let's do that. Let's do this. See if we can do something that impacts the board. Let's do this. Let's get rid of the tainted. All right, so we're going to try to go here. No, here. No drop. Oh, I didn't unmute it. So before you try to cast your cards, pro tip, unmute them if you want them to actually cast. We'll do that next time. You know, don't want to make it too difficult for Pajani here. We definitely want to make it worth his while. All right, so again, as I'm sitting here, Flame Shadow Conjuring, I don't know why you would need it unless you're trying to swing for the turn. Most of the time you're going to be able to look at this double drop. I would tell you cut it from the deck. It doesn't need it. It's kind of a waste. I'd rather have something that's a little more interactive there. So bear that in mind. Can we do this? No. Can we do this now? Let's see. Do we have enough manas? I would like to at least get to my first loyalty ability so I can create a wall with Rem. So let's see if they don't destroy him first. And hopefully we can keep him low enough life that he's not going to be able to come at us and keep creating those gato tokens. El pollo tacos. No, what? Chicken tacos? El poco gatos. That's Spanish for little cat. How do you say kitten in Spanish? I'm not that fluid. All right, so we're going to use our first ability. Again, lifelink vigilance. That's permanent, and then it gives him prevent damage, which he has already, which is permanent, so it doesn't take it away when it goes away, which would be brutal if they did that, by the way. We are going to... Dude, I'm sitting there staring at those blue matches like, oh, I can match here, I can match there. There's a lot of blue matches. I'm not blue, bro. Blue. So there's a red drop here, potentially, so I'm going to try to get that. So I am taking this blue to keep him from getting that gem match, but... it didn't happen. That's all right. So my guy's got vigilance now, and he's got hexproof and lifelink, so I should get my life totals back up to where I need to be. If you don't have Rem Carlio, Stalwart Slayer, this is the Fibblethip version of it. Yes, I like this card so much. I already had it. Come on, Pajani. What are you doing, man? Stop that crap. Jerk. So I liked it so much I got it from Fibblethip. All right, you know what? Let's bring the heat, ladies and gents. Let's bring the heat. All right, in-color match. Boom. Let's get rid of some of this business out here that you guys... Whoa, that wasn't enough? How was that not enough? How was that not enough? 9 mana for 10? And I got a... 6 gem mat. What happened? What in tarnation just happened here? You know what? I'm gonna go get another stalwart. I'm gonna ramp into my first. I'm gonna get him back on the board. There's a 5 swap. Let's do it. Let's do it. 18. That's a big cat. All right, get rid of that cat. Take 2 damage, so you're not getting another cat, Mr. Cat. Bro, what is happening right now that my mana bonuses are so light? What are you doing to me? What is happening? Like, I'm not getting my proper mana. What in tarnation? Look at all that mana that's going into it, and then it's not casting. Dude, what is happening right now? What is happening right now? All right, that's crazy. Something's wrong. I had more than enough mana, and it still didn't give it to me. It didn't make any sense. All right, so I've got Rocco on the board. Come on, Rocco, be some bait for me, baby. Take that face paste. 23, what the mole? What is happening right now? I don't understand what's happening. Why is this so big?
Hey, phrasing!
Who are you? Intrepid. Oh, Intrepid. You monster. Is that only while you're on the board? While on the battlefield? Okay, so we got to get you glitched. Like ASAP. Bro, this has been the roughest demonstration I've had. I'm getting pwned. Am I going to survive the turn? I'm not going to survive the turn. I am not going to survive the turn. That can go. You know what? I can do this. Let's beef him up so that at least that first one coming in is not going to do the damage. It's not going to get to me, at least, as long as they don't kill him. Let's go here. Get back up and... Oh, was that a 5 swap, baby? Oh, man. Now I regret making that move. No, it wasn't a 5 swap. Okay, so I made the right play. Let's see. See if it's good enough. Because I'm going to take 23 here. That 3 life he gained may have saved me if he doesn't get bigger. Come on, man. And maybe he can kill that dude. Oh, yes. Oh. Never and didn't have it, baby. Never a concern about the black cheese Pajani. Jerky. All right. So let's go ahead and do his first ability. Let's do her first ability on Remy. So now he's got permanent vigilance and that as well. So now they both have that. Oh, we got to get rid of that. Bro, this is just a demonstration in survival mode right here, coming from behind with Dihada. If you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go. What is that? No, we don't want that. Don't want that. I guess we'll go black because that's what's there. All right, here we go. Come on, man. Kill that guy. No more tokens for you. Just don't kill Rem. I need Remy. I need them both, really. Just leave my people alone. Let my people be. Is this what I think it is? It is. So every time I bring a creature out, she's going to convert, and he's going to get mana, and that card got to go. That card got to go, my man. Let's do it. We need these out. These are what it's all about. As long as they don't have indestructible. And we need him out right past that. And we need a good swap, man. A good swap. This is good. Bam, I gained some life. Yeah, I'm going to confirm that. And I'm going to go get... Confirm. I'm going to go get... is it enough for Helana? Just short. It's like my man in Compton always says. Too short. You know, I remember how it all began. I used to sing Slayer lyrics to my hardcore fans. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go get Helana out. And what did they? No, you wouldn't. You couldn't. You wouldn't dare. All right, I got to go get my loyalty up, and now I'm back up to 61 life. I'm telling you, that first ability plays, but you need some damage prevention. All right, plus Pajani's enlisted gems make a difference too. All right, so let's go make him a bigger killer, and let's ramp, baby. Let's get the ramping going. Let's go. Let's. Did he ult? Did he ult that stupid thing? Is that game? Did I lose? Did you rub my lamp? Come on, what is this? No. Oh, he did. You mother father. Alright, so I need to get... It's not going to matter. But I need the creature on board so I can destroy theirs. Alright, so I need loyalty. I also need tainted. I need to get rid of you. What is the best way to get rid of you? I would assume it's here and just pray to all the RNG gods. Alright, so I'm at 79 life, so I'm not a slouch here, but he can gain life crazy, especially if they have lifelink. Come on, man. So all you guys out there saying, Pajani's not that strong. Oh, take that 5 match, bro. Take that 5 match. Well, you won't, I will. Cool. All right, so I'm getting rid of that. I get to keep my stuff on board now. Let's see if we can do a thing here. All right. Pajani's still no joke, man. He is still no joke. What are these? Double strike. And prevent damage. I don't want to blow that up. In fact, hell, you only live once. Boom. Yeah, let's go. I need me some Stalwart Slayer out on the board again. And I'm up to my secondary ability, so I might use that just to demonstrate it here. Even if I take the loss, I'm still keeping this in because this has been a fun match. It shows you how back and forth you can wind up going. This is not my Mythic build. This is not a dominant build. This is a Peasant build. This is all pretty cheap, you know, easier to get cards. God dang, look at that. My goodness. You're so strong. You're so strong. He's the, I gotta get that out there. There's no ramp in this. There's no ramp in this. Do they have prevent damage? It does not, so that's still relevant. And this is going to matter, so we probably want that. Okay, let's do this. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of... You know what? I'm going all in, baby. Let's go. I'm going to use my second. Show me the money. Okay, I got him. That's fine. And I'm going to take all 4 of these. Take all of them. I'm going to get Halana Elena, but I'm going to get 12 mana into each one of these with those tokens hitting the board. See that? So now I've got an indestructible wall of death that I've got to get life linked to. So I'm going to take this match. Boom. Let's go. Pot. Oh, man, they got indestructible now. They got indestructible. The only way I'm going to win here is I got to ramp into my third and not have my creatures removed from the board so that I can actually do the thing. I got an extra swap here? I do. Look at that. How sweet a pie is that? Let's do this. Boom. Let's go for another one. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Spank you very much. I get to draw 2 cards? I do. And I get to do it again. Let's do... See that? Oh, there's another 5 swap. Boom. Let's go. Come on, man. Get me into that secondary ability. Boom. Destroying the things. They're getting stronger. They're getting stronger. Do I get to convert? I'm getting another creature out. Oh, my goodness. Halana Alana with haste. All right. Do I get another 5 swap anywhere? All right. Let's go here. Take with the life gain. Get the additional mana drop. We're going to give our power to... We're going to give our power to him. Because then I've got to use the first ability. If they exile Halana Alana, I think that's game. Let's see what we got here. Boy, this is longer than it should be. I'm sorry, guys. This should be a shorter match. This should be a shorter demonstration. But, hey, man, you're going to get into grindy games where you need to get yourself out of that. And the real question is, will Dihada help you do that? And frankly, the only way I can do that is by getting into my third. And this demonstrates how difficult it is to get into your third. I don't have lifelink on my boy down there, which I probably need to get to. Those other creatures just have prevent damage. There's not much else I can do. Let's go here. Maybe I get into a white drop? No. All right, so I'm going to spread the love around just in case I need to. All right, so the advantage is we're doing damage as long as he doesn't remove my creatures. You heard me, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, I killed the bottom guy. Yay. Yay, us. All right, can I ramp into my third now? Can I ramp into my third? Boom. I'm going to give it to you. And truthfully, I should be using my first to get some lifelink in here to pad my deal, but I'm going for the money shot, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's not good. That's not good. They got rid of Remy. They got rid of Remy. I need Remy. Is that game? No, but I need to get in my third. I need my third ASAP now. And I can't. I have to use my second again. Taki, man. All right, I got to use my second, and I got to get lucky enough to pull. Look at that. Look at that. Here's the challenge. I'm going to get all of them, and they're all going to come into my hand, and I'm going to get no mana. Nothing hits the graveyard, so as a result, I don't get them. So I have to cascade into both of these right now. So what I've got to do is I've got to, this is going to be silly, but I've got to, an additional token, and I got to try to set up a 5 match. I got to go here. I got to say yes, so they all get bumped. Get an extra turn. He's got double strike, but I don't see another 5 match. I don't see anything that's going to allow me to cascade. So I got to go down at the bottom somehow. All right, that's game. Let's just make a match here. I can't even do anything down there. All right. A valiant effort. Oh, you know what I could have done? No, I used my second, so it doesn't matter. All right, so valiant effort. No more moves. That's game. They beat me. You see how it works. I not get a chance to ramp into my third. Very difficult to do if you don't have loyalty ramp. And the state of the game right now is there's no loyalty ramp, man. There's not a lot of loyalty ramp. Chainer's Veil, I would have died long ago. Yeah. All right. Let's get into my Mythic build. Okay, so I'm about to demonstrate core of a build just about for any walker. So the reason why I'm so hesitant to demonstrate this and to kind of discount the win that I'm about to get with this is because this works in just about every color scheme that's available for these. So it's not just Dihada that this works for. Meeting of the 5, Teferi for final control, but it's really Tamiyo, Field Researcher, and Jaleva, or any of the 3-color cards like Xander or some of the others. I like Jaleva for this build specifically because I'll show you why. Broker's Charm is definitely the card that I like for my 3rd tricolor card. The other card that I would have swapped out in that previous build that I just demonstrated was Rob the Archives for that tainted card. Faithbound Judge is your mana ramp. If you don't have him, you need to target this guy for any white build you're doing. He's an absolute stat stick. Savior of Ollenbach is the face of control. He's my baby. Big Score. I use this because I find it very difficult to use our secondary ability because these are not legendary creatures. So I don't get to use my secondary to get this creature on the board. Maybe I should run Ram or something like that. I don't know. But I use Big Score to get my Faithbound Judge into the yard. And then the closer. The big challenge was, as you guys saw a second ago in the video I just demonstrated, I couldn't close. I couldn't win the game. It was too difficult. I couldn't ramp into my 3rd ability fast enough. Unlicensed Hearst. Again, another suggestion within my Discord from some of the players that are in there. Great players, you should get in there if you're not already in the Discord. They recommended this. I'm not even going to tell you what it does. I'm just going to show you what it does. And we're going up against the other ready Navachi playing Koth. Don't get Koth. Koth is a wit. I don't care who you are. Koth is a terrible planeswalker. Oh, he's awful. Don't get him. And let the triggering begin. I love that picture of Dihada. So good. All right, so we got Faithbound. We want to get that into the yard right away. I mean, as if on demand. Let's go here. Cool, so I got 2. So now that puts him in the yard. Gives me 2 artifact tokens, treasures, thank you. And now I'm ready to go. Now I want to make a white match. As simple as that. I want to make a white match. And I want to rob the archives. So let's go. Oh, and you can't cascade into the white match. I can't make this match, which I literally almost did, and then let this white drop, and then it counts. You have to physically do it yourself. So I want to keep that match there. So I'm going to go ahead and do it myself, and then I get the token on the board. Boom, boom, boom. So you're going to see this token right there is my Faithbound Judge token. Love that card. It's one of the best cards that came out of the newest sets. And then immediately you see that my stuff starts ramping. Now, at this stage in the game, because I have not used my, and then I want Tamiyo. Next is priority is Tamiyo. Get Tamiyo out. Put Jaleva up in exile, and I think I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and use Judgment. Got it. Will Judgment's out. And she's not here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's fine. Now, another strategy that's potential here that I haven't discussed is anything that synergizes. Oh, I did. Sorry, I forgot I had a Jaleva in hand. Maybe I should have kept both of them. And every time those tokens hit, it charged her up. I was hoping to draw another one and have 2 of them, but whatever. The other side of this is that if you wind up having some type of synergy, and I don't know what it is, because Old Gnawbone's rotating out with AFR. God, he's such a powerful card. But anything that synergizes with treasures, her secondary ability will do that. So there's a lot of potential with future cards that just may not be out yet, and that's what we have to watch out for. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I guess we'll go there. All right, so Jaleva hits the board. It looks like it's stalling the game. It's not. It's computing. It's putting 40 cards into my exile. Actually 38, 19 from me, 19 from him, because that's what I spent to cast that card at full mana. My loyalty gem puts me up to my second, or my full ability, but he's got nothing on the board. I can't take anything with that ultimate. So I'm going to go ahead and just give her the first ability, and I'm going to spam my loyalty abilities going forward, right? That's totally cool to do. And I want to get out Tamiyo Field Researcher. All right, I'll go here, hopefully with a white drop. No, I got another drop. Nothing. All right, now when Jeleva hits, I get to go get another card that I have in exile. I want to take Meeting of the Five. I'm going to go make room, and you're going to see how this is going to steamroll here really, really quickly. I will demonstrate her third. I will, I promise. I'm just waiting for him to get some stuff on the board so I can take it. Now, what else do I want to do here? I need, so I got to make enough room so that I can get the 3 cards that I have in hand that are going to do the thing. So that is Tamiyo, Jeleva, and Brokers. So let's go ahead and make the swap. So there it is. So my Tamiyo hits the board. It's +4. I get those 3 cards. I get another Tamiyo. So I'm already at 8. Yes? Jeleva's hitting the board. That's what's taking so long right now. And then I get my bump. He gets banged. And there we have it. Now, for demonstration purposes only, I am not, and I got another Meeting of the Five because of Jeleva, right? I am not going to use Hearse. Not yet. I want to use it to finish. I want to show you some fun stuff first. All right? So now, Tamiyo is over 7 charges, and now all of the cards in hand become full mana. There are people out there whispering, talking about how Jeleva or Tamiyo is not the most powerful card in Standard right now. And I don't understand who you people are. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It is the most ridiculous card in the game right now. Let's see. Do I have anything else that draws? Be mindful. Meeting of the Five is disabled because I can't. There's no room in hand. I can't draw anything. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to march here. I have everything above it that's going to come out. Look at that. I already got another full card. So that happens. I get my 3 cards. I destroy their creature because I've got him on the board now, and he's stronger. And I promised I would demonstrate the ability, but I got a Teferi that's up to 8 already. I mean, this just this is such a ridiculous core. It's not even funny. It's essentially locked in. But I'm still missing 1 card that I need to demonstrate before I do my 3rd ability. And they have something on the board. Ah, shoot. So now I have this on the board. I'd win the game right now. I'm not going to do it. Oh, when the support enters the board. Sorry, I'm going to give him. Yeah, I'll give it to him. It's fine. Now it's going to say, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to exile? Confirm or not confirm? I don't want to win right now. Like, literally, I could win this turn. But I'm going to say, not now. Okay, I'm going to confirm. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say not now. I'm going to say confirm, not now. And I'm going to try to remove some cards from his yard. If I do that, then he doesn't get the bonuses. If I don't do that, then I get all the bonuses, and it's redonkulous. I'm going to go get some more tokens. Let's get some tokens. Let's get some tokies on the board. Actually, I guess I could have demonstrated because he can't attack anyways right now. But he will this turn, and I'm not going to do that. All right. Again, Tamiyo full board. Bro, will you cast something, please? Dude, cast something. Sad excuse of a such and such. All right, so we've got more Jelevas. Oh, here she is. All right, I'm going to exile these Jelevas because I don't need any more. I'm going to exile Big Source because I don't want to discard anything. All right, so I've got Savior Olenbach. I got Meeting of the Five. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to draw with him, get another Hearse. I'll keep this Hearse. I'm going to draw with her just because I want some reload in my hand. I'm going to mute it down because I don't actually want to cast it. I'm going to match. I guess I'll match here. It doesn't matter. I get my token spam because I'm not really concerned about mana right now. So, I get to reposition this. I'm going to keep it on him. And now Savior is out. And I'm just waiting for him to cast something so I can demonstrate her 3rd ability. So at this stage in the game with this build, I'm not ever behind. So if you add Faithbound Judge to the build I just showed previously with Rem and some of that other shenanigans, that would be a solid deck that would do all the things. Now, I want to confirm, because I don't want to win this turn, I'm going to remove more cards from his yard, and we just go pummel them. We take another Meeting of the Five. You see how this is locked? Like, there's nothing they can do. And, in fact, if he doesn't bring a creature out this turn, I'm going to use my first abilities to get everybody lifelink, so mine charged up. I really would have loved to have demonstrated. If I could have won that game in the last one, that would have been brutal. That would have been great. That would have been so good. See, now I'm not even concerned because my dude's on the board. He's impervious to damage. He's totally legit. And maybe Rem Carlos here instead of something else, maybe instead of the Savior. But I want to demonstrate this so you can see it. Now you see that I've got a full grip of everything here, right? A full grip of everything. I'm going to mute it all down because I don't want to cast it. I'm going to do the third. I'm going to take his stuff. He doesn't have anything else. Oh yeah, he does have a support. What support is it? Oh no, that's my support. But I get that here. Now I have had some instances in doing this where it's limited to like 4 creatures or something like that. I'll probably show some video here in the highlight reel. But now here's the thing. I'm in complete control, yes? Everything's about to disappear. I'm going to lose everything, but I don't really care because it's kind of fun. I'm going to confirm again because I don't want to win this turn. I'm going to destroy stuff in his yard. We do damage, we do damage, we do damage. We're at full health, full control, and then all of the things go away, including the stuff that he never got. Now, why Savior of Olambot? If I would attack there and I just wanted to exile it, it's another way of controlling the board. But when I use her ultimate, if I'm behind especially, and he's on the board and he gets exiled because of her ability, it triggers his kill or exile thing. I can go grab all 4 of these things back into my yard. Onto the board. Now when Unlicensed Hurts hits, I give it to him. And that's mine. It actually took the dragon away last. I have seen some instances where it will then re-exile my stuff when it comes back, but it only happened once, and I haven't seen it since, so it's not a bug report that I'm going to go make. And the other thing with this, too, is if my Paladin class, or my Paladin, whatever his name is in, let's go here, and here, and ditch that, we don't need that. The Faithbound Judge, if he's in the yard, if I have that token on the board, it exiles that too, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, you know, whatever. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep him on there. She's not big enough anyways. Shoot, I'm putting those on the board. I'm giving to him. I wanted to give it to her. It's all right. It's all right. So we have that. We have that. We're getting all the stuff. We're getting bigger, big. And I'm just going to demonstrate how big it gets and how much we've had Jaleva put stuff in exile so that we can, boom, there's more. We have 20 in my graveyard and how many in my exile? It won't even tell me how many in my exile. 233. You saw that, yeah? Oh, okay, good. She's big enough now. We give it to her. We have an extra swap. Let's go. That's good. And then let's go here. He gets beefy. All right, let's win. Come on. So now I'm going to say not now, because read it. At the beginning of the combat in your turn, you may exile the first 2 cards from target player's graveyard. If you don't, creatures you control with pilot 2 or greater get +X/+X until end of turn. When I was mastering this card, I actually played it with Jaleva, but I kept saying confirm, thinking that, because I just skimmed it, I didn't read it. I thought, oh, that's what's going to give me the power, and I never did. I'm like, it's broken, it doesn't work, this is stupid. I threw it away. And somebody else came, no, dude, not now. So click not now, and then you see the power of 250 and 245, and that's game. So if you want to clear like Trials of the Plains or Training Grounds or something like that, bro, this deck, it's stupid powerful. So Hearse and Jaleva is insane strong, and it winds up winning. All right, but what do I think about Dihada? We're here for Dihada, guys. What do you think of Dihada? Let me give you my final thoughts. All right, folks, Dihada. So I like her. I do. I really do. I don't like her 98 life. It matters. I'll tell you that you didn't see a lot of them, but there's a couple games I played here. I played like 4 or 5 matches and with the Peasant build, and it just got destroyed. It got destroyed, and her life total kept me from being able to stabilize. So there was a question asked in our Discord, like, dude, how often is it that your life total doesn't, you need that life? I'm telling you, you do. At 98, and especially like Sorin Grim Nemesis, best walker in the game, with like 83 or 84 life, that's brutal. It's too low. And with walkers that have, you're basically spotting them 50 life. And in this case, against other walkers at the 3-color level, 110, 120, 130, you're spotting them at least 20 to 30 life plus that you don't have. And furthermore, these abilities require a longer setup process. As you clearly saw, it takes a while to get them set up. If anything, they should be the opposite. I think that these abilities, you know, their life total on those guys should be 105, 110, and this one should be 130 because she needs it. Like, you need some distinct advantage of it. Or give her such a ridiculous mana bonus. Maybe give her a -2 to the other ones and give her +4 to all things. Bro, she'd be broken. It'd be so, well, not broken, but she'd be really good, considering it's counterbalancing the impact of her loyalty abilities. Now, I like her first. I really do. And in a control deck with the cards that are in meta right now, you're not going to need much more than her first. So what you're really getting when you get Dihada is you're getting her color combinations, white, black, and red. Those 3 combinations are really good. The challenge is we're not able to really spotlight that right now because a lot of the most powerful cards in the meta, the strongest cards in the meta, the strongest combinations in the meta, as I just demonstrated a second ago, are so multicolored, Dihada's not needed to run them. You can run that in any white-blue Walker build. So that said, life total too low. I give that really a lower grade. Legends Never Die, her first ability is very strong. I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. When I first read it, I was underwhelmed. I give that, you know, a scale of 1 to 5. I give that a 3, 3.5, almost 4 for its ability, depending on the build, but I like it. Her secondary ability, I actually really liked in my Rem Kalos Stalwart Slayer build. I really liked it. It was very functional, and I don't, at first use, I was very disappointed because I played my Mythic build first. I'm like, this thing doesn't do anything. It's kind of stupid. But as I played with that build, I realized the potential of it. It's going to be good, especially if you're running legendary creatures. The only suggestion I would make to Will Judgment is just make it any legendary card, not just creatures, but supports as well. That way, and spells, anything legendary. It should be anything legendary because she gets behind, and when she does, she needs that. Like, you saw clearly, like, I needed to get ahead, and I would have prioritized legendary spells and enchantments and supports over regular functional ones in order to get the full benefit of that secondary ability. And her third is Chef Suite. I know I didn't demonstrate its full capability. It is game-changing. The biggest criticism I have there is that it's only for that one turn and then it goes away. So it's this really cool payoff that's immediately stripped from you, including all of your other things. So if you're not winning that turn, you're not winning. And as you saw in my battle against Pajani, I wasn't going to win that turn, even if I was able to pull it off. It just hit reset, and then I prayed that I could stay ahead and catch back up. But with the life gain from number 1 and her abilities to go fetch those legendary creatures would have been great. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to go run another build just for fun, to go play that build, but adding Faithbound Judge in there so I can keep in my loyalty abilities. That would have been a very different game if I could have been in that loyalty ability side all the time. Final note about that is that it's not a finisher. You need something to finish. And what I mean by that is that once you get control of the board, you now got to go swing to win. Well, Hearse allows you to do that with Jeleva, but if you don't have those two, you got to figure out a way to ramp your creatures up into enough power that they're going to go and smoke your opponent's face and win the game. And Jeleva does not have that. Listen, Dakin is the Walker by which we're going to compare everybody to, at least I am, because his third is a winner. I don't care if you have a 1/1 weenie he's swinging with. He's going to whack face enough.
Hey, phrasing!
For 30 plus points, he's just going to be the biggest. He's going to win. So Dihada, on the other hand, does not have that without card manufacturing that power and that strength. So, is she worth the $39.99 American USD dollars? I think she is. For me, I think she's worth the value, right? I'm that type of player that even with all of this in consideration, before Oktagon had even given to me, I was considering, I was like, dude, am I going to pick this up because she looks pretty fun. She's a fun walker, but she's also very card dependent. So you've got to have the cards. If you've got Jeleva, if you've got Hearse, if you've got Meeting of the Five, I don't care what else you have, and you've got Faithbound Judge. Let me make sure that's clear. If you have Faithbound Judge as a minimum, yes. If you've got Jeleva, Faithbound Judge, and Meeting of the Five, no-brainer. You saw what it does. It's a no-brainer win deck. But the other side of that is even with just Faithbound, if you're behind, you can use that to go get back on board, taking all their stuff, swinging, and going from there. And then if you're adding Savior of Oldenbach, it immediately allows you to restate your board right away. You don't miss a beat. And then come next turn, you've got ready to swing with creatures so that you're Hearse can give you enough power to go get it done. It's insane. That core right there, be prepared, my man. You're going to see it. Greg, the AI is not going to be able to pilot it very well, but that is, after people watch this video and get keen onto what that build is, you're going to see it a lot more. And sorry, not sorry, I use it. I think it's great. I have not lost an objective with Dakin and that build, and now with Dihada and that build since I've started running it. It just wins. It just wins. All right, with that said, on my scale of where I put her, is she better than Narset? I think she is better than Narset. I like Narset, but I think she's a better red-white walker than Narset. All right, with that said, are you going to pick her up? Do you think she's worth it? Is she valid? All those stories and more as we continue. As always, my friends, I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to spend this time with me here a long time. I know this is a long review, but she really is intricate, and I really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much for being here, and more importantly than that, join the party. Get into the Discord. It really means a lot to me to have you guys in there, have that conversation. Such an awesome group. We have the world's best players of this game in there commenting, and not just here. We also talk about Arena. There's a new game called Spellslingers. There's all kinds of different stuff we chat about inside the groups, and even not stuff. We're just nerds. We like nerding out, and it's a safe space. It's a nice little space. You can use your pronouns. You can not use your pronouns. It's up to you. I don't care. Whatever. Just be cool. Don't be a jerk, and we're good. Other than that, like, comment. Hey, do me a favor, subscribe. We're getting close to 1,000 subs. We're not really close, but we're almost there. We're pointing in the right direction. I know that if you're watching this, you spent this much time, you're super cool. I'd love to be connected with you. More important than that, I'd love for you to be subscribed to the channel so we can get to where we want to go as we go along. This is a long outro, guys. You know, do you want me to donate to your favorite charity or something like that too? Not today. We got something cool we're going to be doing. I'll talk to you about it in the next time. Till our next quest, my friends. Oktagon, thank you. This was awesome. I truly appreciate it. Swords up.